Hey guys, remember me? Not me specifically. This. The Free 83. Remember our budget build? Remember the piggy bank horsepower competition? We haven't touched this one in a few weeks. We've been waiting for parts and things, but we have some parts and things. We're ready to move forward. You see, the Summit Santa Claus showed up at my house with some random parts. And I've never done an unboxing before, so we're gonna try that out, see how that goes. I'll start with this oddly packed piece. This is actually not for the Free 83. But this is a timing cover set. It's like that. Timing cover gasket's getting pretty manhandled in there. This is for the Moho motivator. So we're gonna set this over here for safekeeping. This is for the Free 83. It is a, is it Mylodon or is it Milodon? I think it's Mylodon. I don't know. I'll be honest. I've heard it both ways, so we're gonna just leave it in print for you to decide. This is their brass freeze plug kit for Chrysler big blocks. So this, Free 83, we're adding to the bill. Of course, it came with pipe plugs and the rear cam plug as well. What else we got in here? I'll get these out of the way. While I was in there shopping, I realized I needed a little bit of a new dial-in marker. Boom, bada bing, here that is. Permatex Ultra Slick Engine Assembly Lube. Bet you can't guess which one that's for. Something you need to assemble an engine, but I think gray area, I'm probably not counting that against my build. Tell me if I'm wrong. This was the one thing I was somewhat excited about. And if you guys have ever assembled an engine with one of those, you know, the really thin metal, it's a clamp, basically a ring compressor tool to install pistons into cylinders, and you tighten them up and it's all fun. Well, it wasn't always fun. So I went ahead and did the right thing and got me an actual compressor tool that fits the bore of this Free 83. You may recall from previous videos, this has already been punched out 30 over. So we're looking at 428 for the bore on the 383. I am anxious as I'll get out to try that. That should make life slightly easier, I'm hoping. And this wasn't bad either. It was 20-something dollars. And yeah, they would get expensive if you had a million of them for everything. You know, that would suck. I probably won't have to do that. I plan on getting, you know, a couple more at least to be able to do 440s, 400s, things like that. But that's down the road. Probably get those as we need them. The Summit Performance Timing Set. Ooh, performance. This one, not for the Free 83, I'm sorry. This one is for the Moho motivator. The timing chain on this bad boy, absolute garbage. It was really so close to being able to pull that chain off the bottom gear installed. You'll see more about this one on another video. Back to the Summit Santa Claus box. Just gonna pull these things out. Haul a couple things over to the bench. These are my rod bearings. Went with the budget parts. Just the P-series clevites. And my main bearings. And last but not least, my sealed power Molly piston rings, but they've got the nice and separate top groove oil ring, part of the oil ring setup. Also part of that. So there's my second groove. And then we've got the final groove, the oil control rings. Got all those there. So we're going to spend some time getting those all set up on the pistons. One more thing to do before we move forward. If you order from Summit, you know that there's always stickers in the box. We're going to add some of these to my cabinet. My sticker cabinet door. I like stickers. They're a lot of fun. And if you're also like me, you probably already have a folder full of these that you've never put on anything. I'm going to go through that sticker folder one of these days. See what I've got. I know I've got millions of things from a million years ago. I'm going to try not to duplicate much more than that. The T's Good Time sticker, not handling the heat of the garage. Muscle Sydney Madness and Johnny Mopar stickers, doing fantastic. I need to get a hold of your sticker, guys. We'll fix that. In case you're wondering, a balmy 94 degrees inside the shop. It's a dry heat. Something like that. You may be wondering why I ordered bearings and you hadn't seen me do any measuring. Maybe you weren't wondering that. Maybe you thought, hey, the machine shop had this. They told you. They did. 10 under mains. Where did they go? They're there. And 20 under on the rods. I like to double check. I like to see for myself. And so I have statistics. Unfortunately, we didn't get to show you this on camera. I took the crankshaft over to my buddy's, and he's camera shy. You know, that's fine. He was happy to help me. Well, I guess he was happy. He said he was. Happy to help me measure the crank just to double check that we were where we were supposed to be. As most of you know, on a 383, the stock main is 2.625 inches. All of our mains came in at 261 with some variation to the thousandths, which, you know, may or not be an issue. We'll find out for sure when we actually start assembling and plasti gauge the surfaces. And as my friend told me, we might have some variance at the thousandths just because we hadn't necessarily climatized the crank to the environment when we measured. I'll let you glance at my measurements there. Actually, they were my buddy's measurements. He has some really, really nice micrometers. Also, the rods, the stock rod journal, and I believe this is all big blocks, 2.3750. And you can see we ended up at 235.4 on everything but one. That's the outlier there, number 2. And that's the funny part too. The first journal, which houses the first number 1 and number 2 cylinder rods, a little bit of variance there. Some of you probably think I should have turned the crank at this point, and well, I don't disagree. But we are where we're at. We have the bearings based on these numbers, and we're hoping to have some nice oil clearances once that's all assembled. So we'll plasti gauge everything as we put it together. But what we have not done yet was do a quick measurement of the cylinders. So we're going to do that really quick just to kind of confirm what we think we already know. We have a set of aftermarket Speed Pro pistons that are marked 30 over. We're going to measure everything and just have the data in front of us. We'll write it down so it's easily referenceable. Before I proceed further though, my friend, a longtime buddy, he has really nice measuring tools. Really, really qualified engine guy. Such amazing talent and eye for detail. He gave me these measuring tools so I would have a couple in my set as well. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. check the other side as well. I won't subject you to that. And I know it'd obviously be better to have a telescoping bore gauge to do this. I have what I have. And once we get, you know, pistons installed, we'll check that side clearance and see if we've got a little bit loose combination or what. Hopefully we're in the ballpark. Been knocking out freeze plugs in the 383, and I may or may not have forgotten to hit record. Number 1 and number 2 came out perfectly. The back one here, a lot closer to actual cylinder walls, so you don't have the depth. And I was trying to tap the bottom of it to rotate it in the bore here to bring the top out for good grip. That didn't happen. It ended up all the way in. We're struggling with that one. I'll keep you posted. I'm gonna shove it into the water jacket apparently and make it a permanent fixture. Sorry, freeze plug, you have to stay. Anyone ever done that? Please tell me no. There we go. This is the driver's side of the block. You can see plenty of room behind the freeze plug opening. Till you get here. Cylinder number 7, real close behind. I wish I had done this before I had it tanked. I'm gonna do a little bit more cleaning on my own. Got to get the other freeze plugs pulled out on the other side as well. No doubt we're gonna run into that same problem on the back side here. We may have our best bet giving it a taparoo on the side. Getting a little rotation out of it. So keep that in mind. Follow the direction of the cylinder on these back ones where they're really tight. And there we are. Little tappy tap. Pop it out. Being as how these plugs were probably replaced sometime in the 90s when I suspect this engine was last built. These hadn't been too rusty. When you knocked on them, and when you punched on them, you didn't go through. On your 50-year-old rebuilds, might not always be so lucky, but you're not trying to save the part. Just get it out as gently as you can. I'm at a little bit of a stopping point for now, so we'll cut this one short. I need cleaner. I need brake clean. I'm fresh out. I am gonna clean the crap out of this block. Basically get it all spruced up and ready to start assembling the short block. That should be coming very soon. We do have the parts to assemble the short block, at least up to the pistons. Camshaft is still in doubt. Thanks for watching. Stick around for the next one. Hopefully we'll be assembling this thing very soon. We've also got to get this big behemoth ready. So we'll be doing that soon as well, in hopes of getting the Moho motivator into the charger. We're over halfway through summer, and this thing's been parked since Matt's in March. Very unfortunate. We're back out in the garage. Isn't that awesome? 383, piggy bank horsepower. Use the hashtag, find out who is all in the competition. Actually, you can check the video description down below. We'll have that there as well. But what the heck? Why not mention everybody by name right now? In alphabetical order: Duster 70 TX, Dutch Guy's Garage, Johnny Mopar, Just Mopar Joe, Muscle City Madness, Mopar on the Brain, Road Hard Restorations, Sorta Stock Mopars, Tall John's Fun Shop, and of course yours truly, T's Good Times Garage. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please click that button. I would appreciate that very much. And if you don't mind, why not the like button as well? That would be fantastic. If you're already a subscriber, you know the kind of goofiness that goes on here at T's Good Times Garage. You know that we're all about the Mopars, especially the big blocks. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.